so much for joining us for another episode of His and Hers Conversations with Christaylia and
Terrance.
All right. So yes, we're finally back. We've been away for a little bit, as you guys know from our last video. Terrance unfortunately lost his father, so we had to take a break from recording because he had the funeral and all of that. He also has his little brother residing with him now, which is, an adjustment, and it's exciting at the same time. So tell us how
he's 18.
Yeah.
So he's not little.
Right.
He's bigger than me.
Yes.
Well, it's been an adjustment. Having another body in the house.
Of course.
But getting used to it, day by day, because, he's learning me and Anthony and Maya, and we're learning him. So it's just an everyday thing, an adjustment,
Right.
But it's going pretty good. Just trying to keep him focused on his virtual schooling.
Right.
So he can finish and,
get
him a little part-time job.
All that. I did have the pleasure of meeting him. He's a handsome young man, and he definitely has a lot of personality. I will say that.
He does.
But he seems like a really nice young man. Heavily into gaming. I could not believe how many games he had when he was unpacking. But
we had
it was
a
great meeting him.
conversation about that. Coming from the barbershop this morning.
Oh, God. Listen.
These video games.
2 boys of my own, so I know all about that gaming.
Right.
But I'm glad you're back. I'm glad we're back. Actually, when he got back from his, making the arrangements for his dad, I had a trip planned with one of my best friends and went to Jamaica and just got back from that. So we were like, oh my God. So it was like literally one after the other. So we didn't have the time, but
to do it, right. And then remember you had got sick too.
Oh, and then I had the whole flu. So that was a whole nother production. And if y'all can still hear me, like I'm still congested coming back from Jamaica, which was fantabulous, I must say. Y'all can see my little tan, but it was really, really good. And that brings me to that whole travel advisory, which I think was a crock of bull, BS, because I had no problems while I was over there. It was just another time in Jamaica, but I'm recovering from a head cold infection, but doing better.
It's getting better, because was it Tuesday?
Oh my God.
He was,
I was done.
Right.
Getting better.
But we forgot to say, like, subscribe, and share.
That part. Please like, subscribe, and share, because that helps us. And then you'll get the notifications.
Hit the little bell.
You're right. So that you know when we're recording, okay?
Right.
Because my mother is and she will come after you. So please make sure that you're doing that.
Right. So we're trying to get back into the swing of things today. It's been a whole production.
It has definitely been a production.
Trying to get set up for this.
Oh my goodness. If y'all could have, like I was telling him, I said, I wish we had a cameraman to record what we just went through.
Crazy.
Because a whole freaking production. But we're here. We got it. We're recording. You see us, right?
Right. So
we're back. We're going to talk about a wine, right?
Oh, yeah.
So today we're not actually highlighting a Black-owned wine, but it's still it's like a staple in our homes. It really is. Yes. This is San Antonio Imperial Grape Red. It's a California semi-sweet red wine. Let me tell you. You come to my house, you're going to get some of this. And once you drink it, you're going to be like, oh my God, I have to get a bottle. Yeah. So if you, and it's not sponsored. We got this from Total Wine. If you want to go ahead and pick it up, please go and try it. It is so good.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah, we have it at our house too.
Yes, all the time.
Because of her, so.
Yeah, we got to have it. So let's do a cheers, friend.
Oh yeah, cheers.
All right, look at me in my eyes.
So today we're gonna talk about Women's Month.
Yes, it's National Women's Month. Yeah. Celebrate the women, right? Celebrate
just the other day was International Women's Day.
Yeah. So as we embark on that, I'm just going to talk about some of the ladies that have played a very important part of my life, of me growing up and becoming the woman that I am. First and foremost, my mother, because without her, I would not be here, right? Yes. But also my aunts, my Aunt Joy, my Aunt Gloria, both wonderful women. I've learned a lot from them, good, bad, or indifferent. I learned something, and I just want to, give kudos to any woman that touched my life. Miss Randolph, even my sister friends, Myrna, Janelle, Shell, all you ladies have inspired me in some shape or fashion, and I definitely want to big you guys up. Tiffany Snowden, definitely gotta big her up.
Yep.
She's one of my friends that I met while when I moved to Georgia, shortly, not too long after I moved to Georgia, but definitely super positive, super uplifting. These are all God-fearing women. Shout out to Monica, Anyi. These ladies really breathe life into me, and I definitely want to take the time to celebrate you women during Women's Month. So thank you so much.
Right.
Yes.
That's what's up.
Yeah. So how about you?
Oh gosh, just so many. There's been so many women in my life that's helped me along the way, and been a positive impact into my life. Of course, first and foremost, my mama.
Right.
Because if it wasn't for her and my dad, I wouldn't be here.
Right. Absolutely. That's
but my mom really poured a lot of love into me. What's the song? She was like, the wind beneath my
wings. Yeah. Bette Midler.
So she was my biggest fan, biggest hero, best mom in the world. And I am, who I am today because of her. Yeah. So my Aunt Helen, my grandma, all my aunties really. Right. My cousins, Nikki, Larissa, Keisha, Yolanda, the ones I spent a lot of time with growing up. Of course, you, my good friend Kay Lisa, she was there for me in, really dark and bad period of my life. She was there for me. So my friend Erica, both Ericas.
I know, I hear you speak about them
both Ericas. They've been so much to me in my life, and done a lot for me, and we've done a lot for each other.
Right.
But just all the women in my life, I don't want to leave nobody out.
Right.
If I forgot your name,
forgot your name. Listen,
but y'all know who y'all
are.
Right? Yeah, definitely. And even my our therapist, Terrance, she's helped me see who I am and things I can change to be the best person I can be.
Yeah. So. Absolutely. So happy Women's Month.
Happy Women's Month.
Everyone.
Yeah.
All right. So let's get into it. I know we have a lot to catch up on, and there's a lot of things, content that we wanted to address because, like you said, we've been going so long, but we're back, and I just if you see us, we might be all over the place, but we're just gonna try.
Y'all.
Yeah, it's okay. Yes.
Yeah, I'm over here burping and carried on. But so, if y'all haven't seen on Lifetime the Wendy Williams documentary, so if you don't have cable TV, you can always download Sling. Yep,
and watch it there.
And watch it, watch it on Lifetime there. But I think it came out February the 22nd. And I don't know what I was expecting to see when they were doing all the trailers for
it. Those little snippets. They had my mind going. I was just like, wait a minute, hold on now.
But I like the way they laid it out. Because it really gave you, it was to me, it was almost like the rise and fall of
Wendy Williams.
But we coming in on the part where she has fallen, unfortunately, and she's trying to rebuild herself back up. Yeah. But during the midst of rebuilding herself back up, she's fighting demons.
And there's a lot of them. There's a lot of them.
So, what bothered me was the people she had around her. Yeah. like when the producers were asking them questions like, well, do you see something? Something's off with Wendy. Something's a little different. Do you think she's drinking too much or doing anything else? Oh no, I haven't seen her drink too much. Or
Ray Charles, Stevie Wonder, all of them could see.
Right, and
I felt they just turned a blind eye.
They did. They did
for their own benefit.
And that the guardianship. You know, that's a whole nother thing in itself. You have somebody that's a non-family member, that's her guardian of her everyday well-being and her money.
Yep.
And I think people were questioning, like, well, damn, why wasn't her family appointed? But this documentary
that's what you would think, right?
actually lets you see the things that happen in guardianships, and majority of the time,
get your affairs in order.
Right, majority of the time, a guardian is not even a family member.
Nope.
It's usually like some type of firm or something. And I feel like they stole nobody.
Yeah.
This woman that got her guardianship, because they were saying, like, some days Wendy was calling over and over to the guardian just to get food. Like who was that girl?
Oh, ridiculous.
Yeah, the girl that was her publicist. Yeah, she was saying she was bringing Wendy food because, you know, she wasn't able to get in contact with the guardian.
It's all sad. And we all know that Wendy Williams was a shock jock.
Yeah.
Straight up and down. And she didn't care. Unfortunately, she had a lot of enemies. A lot of people did not like her. And a lot of people, when she first became ill, was like, when the chickens come home, the fucking roost. Yeah. Sorry, I dropped the F-bomb.
Yeah,
but that's what it is. It's like, yo, you done did so much dirt and talked so much shit about so many people. And now you're in this situation and you want somebody to feel sorry for you?
Right. And
no.
It's really sad, and I feel bad for her because she is battling alcoholism.
Yeah, I feel bad for her.
Because I know.
I do.
You know, I know what that's like. I've seen it full hand with my mom, when, you know, with her battling alcoholism. But the dementia and the aphasia that they say she has,
right?
Especially the dementia. I know they say the son says it's alcohol induced, and I do believe that. You know, I've seen it happen before,
right?
And it's just sad because she's battling demons. Somebody's stealing her money.
Oh yeah.
She don't have good people around her. They're blocking her family out.
Doing the most.
You know, so I'm just praying that Wendy
comes out of
this.
Yeah.
Getting herself together. I mean, she is getting herself together because by the end of the documentary, it showed where she,
right.
It seems like she's coming back to her old self,
and maybe this will, when she does get to her, herself again, like maybe that'll make her aware of her past actions and want to be a better person.
Yeah, and because like it was things on there where she's like, I have no friends, and
right.
She was crying,
and she was being mean to people too.
Yeah,
so it was just like
right, and that she was being real mean,
real mean, and I was just like, hold on now,
are you stupid?
Yeah, like
I was like, damn.
Get some business about yourself. Don't be talking to people like that because I'd left your ass right there.
Yeah, she came across as like mommy dear.
Yeah, like girl, you might wanna. You can't run. Look at them feet. You can't run. You might want to watch your mouth.
Right.
And then she showed the feet. That took me out.
But that's
what color was the feet? The feet look green.
Grayish green or something.
The feet wasn't right.
I guess because they so puffy.
Like she was so small. A whole loaf of bread. That's terrible. And I hope that she gets that right. But baby, all you needed was some warm butter and honey. And them feet was ready to be sliced. Terrible.
You are. Yes. Oh my God. I'm trying to be serious about the lady.
Okay, we're being serious.
Oh, no,
we're being serious.
But yeah,
okay.
but I think if once she's battling with this alcoholism. I
She'll
think,
be all right.
yeah, it'll help turn her health around and all that. And
She will be all right.
I hope she has a comeback story.
She's gonna have a comeback. Okay, we declare and decree she's gonna have a comeback. She's gonna get everything together, and she's gonna be a better person.
Right.
Okay. Because Tad Brown done said something to her, and she ain't been right since. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Okay. She ain't been right since.
God,
but
Lord Jesus.
Moving right along.
Okay. Oh my God.
My friend over here crying. Moving right along, friend.
Oh Lord, have mercy. Y'all. But if you haven't watched it, check it out on Lifetime. It's good.
Yes. Go check it out.
Whew, Jesus. Okay, so what was it? Thursday night.
Okay.
State of the Union came on.
Yes, it did.
So we have to talk about politics.
Of course.
I watched it. Mm-hmm. I know you tried.
I tried. I was on medication.
Because you was still trying to get your side.
Get myself together.
But I really enjoyed it. Mm-hmm. To me, Joe is fired up.
He was.
He's fired up. It showed that he has the energy and the wisdom, regardless of his
what
age.
The naysayers say.
Yeah, because he made a point where when he came into Congress as a senator, came into a public servant into the Senate, he was 29 years old.
Yep.
And they said he was too young then. Now they say he's too
old.
But he has an impressive resume.
Yeah, he does.
And he basically laid it out on the table. It's either you want your rights, your freedom, and democracy, or you want to deal with revenge and retribution that Trump is going to bring. Because that's what it's going to be, a revenge and retribution tour if he becomes president. Yes. They won't get nothing.
Democracy will be lost.
Yeah, we will lose a lot of our rights. Not only women rights, but rights for, people of color, voting. Right. It's just so much that will impact us.
They already taken black education, black history out of schools. So
exactly. Yeah. And the gerrymandering is getting worse within the districts throughout the states. Because basically they want to make it to where we can't vote again because the black vote matters, because it's us who chooses the president. And I know a lot of us don't really see it or feel it. But one thing I want to stress is everything that happens to us day to day in our day-to-day lives that affects us the most and how we live is our local government and our state government. So we can't put all the burden on the federal government if you're not voting in your local and state elections.
Yeah, a lot of people don't think that it's important,
and
but
they
it's
matter.
so
That's
very
the most important thing.
Yeah.
To vote for your mayor, to vote for your councilman, to vote for the commissioner, stuff like that, for a judge. Like those things, it matters. Vote for your state senator, your state representative. Like the way we run to the polls for the federal election, for the general election, rather, we need to run like that to the local. Yeah. And, for our local and state elections. But I like a lot of the policies that he laid out that he's trying to do. Right. Help first-time home buyers, help existing homeowners. Prescription costs capping at $2,000 a year for all Americans. Yes, everyone, not just the elderly, the seniors. Everybody. And that's huge. Right. Bringing Roe versus Wade back into law. Yep. Because it should have never left to begin with. Because a woman should have the right full control of her body. And have reproductive rights. Because now they mess with, with the IVF thing in Alabama. That affects more than just women. Of course. It affects men, families, everybody, you know what I'm saying? Of course. So, what was some of the points? He addressed the water issue because there was a bipartisan deal. Except we haul from somewhere else. Yeah. None of us are Americans, if you want to be truthful. Yeah, and that's kind of how he laid it out. The natives, the indigenous folks was here for thousands of years before people came
So
over
we
and
all
talking
came
about
from somewhere else.
yeah, they discovered this land. Folks came over on boats from Europe and all that, like you said. Folks came over in chains, referring to African Americans. But there was a bipartisan immigration bill that both the Republicans and the Democrats had agreed on.
Right.
But then Trump made a phone call and told folks don't vote for it, vote it down, because they don't want to give Biden that win, and he wants to get that win to say he cleaned up the border. So there's already a good deal, and it was a conservative deal. It was a very conservative bill that the Republicans agreed with, the border patrol agreed with. Like, it was a lot of people backing it, but that phone call from their master made them stop, and he called them out on that.
Yeah. Oh, he called everybody out on everything, and all they could do was sit there like a bunch of dummies.
Mm-hmm.
And what's the girl, Marjorie
Taylor Greene?
Girl, the way he looked at her, I was like,
I told Anthony, I said, I don't know if I could.
I don't know if I could have kept it together.
I could be like a representative or something, because president, so get this security,
get her out of here. Get her out of here.
This is my house.
Okay, just ridiculous. It seems like them redcoats, all they care about is what they want. It will make perfect sense. It's like nobody understands the importance of us all collectively working together.
Gosh, I can't think of the lady's name. I want to say Dr. Tanya Matthews. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on it. But she was on, I want to say, The Breakfast Club. And she made a point about collectively the diversity of the United States of America is what makes it its superpower.
Right.
Because you have things coming from
every walks of the world.
Yes. Yeah. And that's what makes us a superpower. And if you try to shut that down, it's
you have a bunch of Neanderthals. Neanderthals? Those people.
Right.
Running the country. It's going to be a crap show.
Excuse me, y'all.
Listen,
it's gonna be a
y'all already know. We said we working on it. It's a work in progress.
But I really challenge everyone who did not watch it to YouTube it and watch it and see how it makes you feel. Yeah. I know I'm going to vote for him. Yeah. He got my vote. Listen. And it seems like he's fired up, and they feel like they're going to talk their stuff this election year. Like, call they wins, let people know it's either this, it's either A or B.
Or B. It's either your democracy and your freedom or
Russia.
Okay? Hello. Basically, Russia, that's exactly what it is. So all my fellow Black Americans yelling stimmy. Oh, he gave us a stimmy. That just gets me tight. Shit. Listen, he ain't give you nothing.
He ain't give you nothing because some of y'all don't realize is you're paying the back
with your taxes.
So he ain't give you nothing.
You big dummies. He ain't give you nothing.
And you won't get nothing else.
No.
Because that was a once in a lifetime, once in a generation pandemic. Yep. By the time another one happened, we'll all be dead.
Yeah. So you stimmied
out.
You stimmied done.
Okay. And half of y'all going to jail for PPP.
Okay. Because you're out here and stealing people's that's dead.
Yeah.
Social collective benefits. They know who you are. Okay, because Pookie done told Ray Ray, and Ray Ray done told Shay Shay, and Shay Shay done told the government because Shay Shay's behind was up against the wall.
Right. Don't be like the girl that got arrested in the dentist's office trying to get some veneers.
What? To get some teeth that didn't even belong to her. She was trying to get somebody else's teeth. Hijacking people's dental and credit cards to get dental work done.
CPN number she used.
CPN. That is, and I know some of y'all know what that is. Okay? That's CPN. That CPN gonna get y'all jacked up. It is illegal. Yeah. Okay? Illegal. Okay? But keep on keeping on. Because you want to be Flossie May. Right. And Flossie Mister.
Okay. But y'all, please vote. Please pay attention to this election stuff. Even if you've watched it for 5 minutes, just And I'm not talking about from TikTok, Facebook,
No, the actual
Instagram.
Yeah,
I'm talking about cable news and not Fox. But reliable sources.
Right.
Roland Martin. You can YouTube him and watch his show.
Yeah.
Stuff like that, like reliable sources.
Please.
Not hearsay.
And go vote.
Yeah.
All right. Because shackles on my feet. Y'all don't vote and see what happens.
Right.
Okay? Yeah, possibly.
We got a way out.
Hello. I don't know about you.
We got a way out.
We done figured this out. Over here.
Okay. All right. So
I'm going to move on to our next topic.
His and hers.
Yes.
Questions.
His and hers questions.
Or conversations.
Yes, that part.
You want to.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So we want to talk about therapy.
Yes.
And the taboo of it in the Black community.
That part.
I've been in therapy for 3 years.
3 years.
2021.
Yeah. And that's working well for you.
And it's working wonders for me, even though, I still have things I can work on. But before I pop off, I try to think.
You heard what he said before he pop off.
Think and think about what I'm going to say. It's still something I'm working very, very hard on. But it's helped me appreciate myself more, know the error of my ways that I didn't realize. It helped me realize, I can be aggressive and bossy, very matter of fact, very blunt, but also friendly and sweet at the same time. But it's things I found that triggers me, and it comes, from my bringing up, things that happened to me in childhood, past relationships as an adult,
So therapy was something that wasn't expressed or even talked about in the home?
Not at all. Not at all. I think if it was really mentioned more back in the 80s and the 90s, I think it really would have maybe helped save my mom a little bit, because she suffer from depression.
Okay.
And I think maybe getting some of the stuff out of her and helping it build her confidence, knowing, there was nothing wrong with her. It's millions of people that's been in the situation you in, just helping her navigate her way through her life and her depression and her issues. I think it would have helped her, because her therapy was drinking.
Yeah. Well, I feel the same. I think I've been to therapy. I don't know if I've been to individual therapy before and couples therapy, but I think I really feel like I need to get back in there and just talk some things out. Because even in my conversations with you and other friends, I realized that there's some things in my personal life and in my marriage that I probably hold that I actually need to just let go. Because I'm one of those people that, and I know it's a dangerous thing, because then I'll be ready to shoot mugs, right? So I think I hold everything in, and then you come at me, and baby, I am Mike Tyson on that ass.
Okay.
Like, I literally explode. And I think a lot of times people are afraid to approach me with certain things, because they know, like, not only you gonna get on that list, but I'm gonna give you this work. I'm gonna give you this work. Like, people, if you know me, you know that I don't even have to say much. You can feel the energy off of my body is so dynamic, and I don't know this until people come back and they actually tell me, like, yo, your energy gets so like that I'm scared to even say anything to you at all. And I have to work on that. And it's because I feel like I love so hard. The slightest betrayal or the slightest lie, you might not even think that you're lying, you're just withholding, but you know it's something that I should know, but you're not wanting to tell me because you don't want to deal with the repercussions of it. But if you know me, you know that I respect the truth more than anything.
Right.
More than anything. But I've had a conversation with my mom just a couple of weeks ago, and I started asking her about, like, you know, in your relationship with my dad, like, did you ever like really like talk about like feelings and stuff like that? And and she said, like, you know, back then they really never discussed anything. You know what I'm saying? You know, you fuck up, you mess up, right? And you move on. You move on. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to understand that in my own relationship, you know, and I'm like, no, I don't want to do that. I want to talk about it, figure out what the problem is, try to resolve it, and move on. But I understand because, you know, my grandparents, you know, I don't think my mother really saw my grandmother talk about anything that was going on with my grandfather and them. And then my mom, she bought that. But then this is another just, you know, generation. And
it's like
we're more fixers. Right. Like we try to find a problem, we'll identify a problem, and we're all about fixing it.
To fix it. Yeah, but it's your generation, my generation, that are getting into therapy and stuff. And seeing how it helps and the tools that therapists give you. Right. You know, it does help, and you can use them in everyday life. Like, you know, like I always say, listen to understand and don't listen to rebuttal. I got that in therapy, and it does help. It does come in. It's very handy. Yes, very handy. But you need to pull it out of the toolbox.
And I'm one of those people. You tell me, you can talk to me, and I'm now learning that I need to tell you what I heard. Now, because you done said a lot. But I'm going to tell you what I heard. And then once I tell you what I heard, I need you to then clear up anything that might not be.
Right.
Because, you know, what is that? You know, reading with understanding. So comprehension is important, right? Yeah. So what I may understand, you know, you might say something to me, I might understand it one way, you might understand it another. So that's why when I'm in conflict, I like to tell you what I heard. Right. And then we can discuss from there. Yeah. But I think everyone, if you are going through any type of issues, seek help first and foremost. Mental health is so important. It is. Especially in the Black community. Reach out. Share, you know, any concerns you may have, especially if you're feeling like you need to harm, you know, you want to harm yourself or anything like that. Get help. There's a lot of, you know, helplines out there. I wish I knew some off the top of my dome, but I don't.
You know, the company we went through is ThriveWorks.
ThriveWorks, yes.
And I'll put the link in the description box, and they'll hook you up with somebody that's in your state or, you know, in your area, and they do take Blue Cross Blue Shield and Aetna. So, and a lot of companies now do
offer free benefits.
Those benefits where your first 5 sessions are free. So
what is that? Is it EAP?
Yeah. Well, it's probably different.
Something in your state.
But just check with your benefits specialist
coordinator,
at your job or your coordinator. But mental health is important in the Black community. We need to save our mental health. Yes, we've been through a lot as a people. We are battered and bruised.
Okay, beat down. We're down bad. Okay, but. And it's generational, you know what I'm saying? And that's why we have the high blood pressure and all of this stress-related, you know, stuff, because we carried so much historically. Yeah. And a lot of us haven't been able to actually process that and, you know, get help for that, you know, resolve those issues. So it's very important.
Right. There's nothing wrong with wanting to be your best self and being a great person and being nice. That's what we should be.
Yes, you know, we should be.
Being your best you. You can't be it every day, but just striving to be that, you know what I'm saying?
And that comes with knowing who you are. So I can't stress the importance of you time, you know, just learning who you are, learning how to be by yourself, because sometimes you need to learn who you are as a person before you can even dive into a relationship to figure out who somebody else is. You know what I'm saying? And I think that a lot of us, especially as women. In Women's Month, okay? I know that some of us feel the need to be with somebody, and we go from relationship to relationship, and we bring the baggage from the first relationship to the next and the next and the next without actually healing ourselves. So I cannot stress the importance of women. Just heal yourself before you think about taking on a relationship.
Men too.
Men too. Yeah, absolutely.
Black men definitely needed.
Touch into their, in their feelings. Yeah.
It's not, and you don't have to cry and do all this. It's not gonna make you less.
And if you do have to cry, there's nothing wrong with crying.
You have to think of it as like waste.
Yes.
Coming out your body.
I can't tell you. I feel so good after a good cry. I feel sleepy. I take me a good give me a good meal and I'm good to go.
Right.
But yeah, crying is also therapeutic. Sometimes you gotta let it out.
You do. So.
Yeah.
Check into your benefits at work. Like I said, look on thriveworks.com.
All of that.
It's nothing wrong with therapy. We all have issues. We all are human beings, and we all have flaws, and we've all been through a lot. So you need to make sure your mental health is stable.
Right.
So
and purge all of that out.
Yeah, it's
and that's what my trip to Jamaica was. It was a release because I really felt like my head was gonna freaking pop off.
Right.
So I thank you for my friend Janelle. Thank you for getting me out because I needed it.
Right. Well, that brings us
to our
closing.
Okay, we're gonna wrap this baby up. So we're gonna give you a nice little closing message here. This one comes from Rita Dove. I'm sorry. And it says, there are times in life when, instead of complaining, you do something about your complaints. So don't be sitting around here complaining about stuff. What you gonna do?
Get your ass out and vote.
Okay.
That's what you gonna do.
Get your shit together. Put on your Nikes and go in there and check the right box. And it better be on the blue side, baby, because anything on the red, that's your head, okay? That's your head. Because it is. No, truly, I'm being very serious. It's about democracy at this point. Freedom, okay? Is coming tomorrow.
We didn't have it once before, and we can easily lose it.
Right. You know how they say history repeats itself.
Right.
Okay.
Exactly.
So y'all better say your prayers. All right. Get right with the Lord and all of that.
Exactly.
And go out there and vote.
Right.
Because it's about your freedom and democracy.
Yes. So, but we'll be back next Monday, and we're going to be on our regular schedule, and we're still going to continue to work on our visuals and stuff. Just
all of that
stuff going on.
Yes, but we'll
get there. But we're going to be consistent going forward.
Yes, I mean things happen. Y'all already know how it goes, but we're not trying to make excuses. But literally, things that happen. Life happens. But thank you so much again for tuning in for another episode of His and Hers Conversations with Christaylia and
Terrance.
And we'll see you next time. Have a wonderful week, everyone.
Bye.